Okay, so today we're diving into something called the Brain and Neuroscience Therapy Bundle.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. And it's, I guess you could think of it as kind of like a crash course in like what's going on in your noggin
Yeah.
and how that like all connects to, your mental health and well-being.
Okay.
So we're looking at descriptions of what's in this bundle, and basically we're trying to like break it down and see, is there like valuable knowledge here that you, the listener, could actually get something out of?
Yeah. Well, it sounds pretty comprehensive. Like they're trying to give you the tools to understand how your brain works
Yeah.
and how that affects how you feel.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like an all-in-one package deal.
Yeah, and so one of the things they highlight is like these detailed explanations of brain regions and their functions.
Hmm.
Now, that might sound kind of technical, but like what could that tell you about yourself? You know?
I think what's really cool about that is like you can start to understand why you think and feel and act the way you do.
Yeah.
Like for example, there's this little area in your brain called the amygdala,
Okay.
and it processes emotions, like fear and excitement.
Wow.
So like by learning about that, you can understand like the biological basis for those experiences.
So it's like, you have all these different departments in a company, and you need to know how each one works
Exactly.
to see how it all comes together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Mm.
They also talk about a psychoeducation tool.
Oh, okay.
What kind of information do you think that's giving you?
So that sounds like it's giving you like really clear and accessible information about mental health.
Okay.
So it could help you like recognize maybe some patterns in your own thoughts or feelings,
Interesting.
and then you can be more proactive about your mental health.
So it's not just the physical brain, but also like how we function mentally.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then they also have these like concise and informative notes on like brain anatomy and physiology. Is that just like background info, or could that actually be useful to, the average person?
I think it's really important because if you understand basic brain anatomy and physiology, then it makes it much easier to understand those detailed explanations they were talking about because
Yeah.
it gives you that context.
Right.
You know what the different parts are, so you can see how they all fit together.
Okay.
Like it's like knowing the basic layout of a house before you start decorating each room.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So we got like explanations of these different areas, the psychoeducation and then this foundational knowledge of the brain.
Yeah.
And they're saying that this is all to like unlock the power of understanding and promoting brain health.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think that's true? Like, can knowledge actually help you take care of your mental well-being?
Absolutely. I mean, if you understand how your brain works and you have more knowledge about mental health concepts,
Yeah.
then you can make more informed choices for yourself.
Interesting.
It's like giving you the owner's manual to your brain.
Wow, that's a really good way to put it.
So how do you think this kind of knowledge could change the way you approach like your own mental and emotional experiences?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's like if you knew more about how your car worked, you'd probably drive it differently, right?
Exactly.
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Brain and Neuroscience Therapy Bundle, it gives you these resources to understand your brain and then information about mental health.
Right.
And it all starts with the basics of like how the brain is structured.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is like, knowledge is power.
Exactly. Knowledge is power when it comes to your own well-being.
So if you're thinking about your own thoughts, emotions, well-being,
Yeah.
what's one thing that you think a deeper understanding of this stuff could really help you with?
It's definitely something worth thinking about.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's our deep dive on the Brain and Neuroscience Therapy Bundle.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
It was really interesting.
It was. All right, well, we'll see you next time.
See ya, yeah.
Bye.